I might be really bad at this class. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this setup. Let's talk to this little guy down here. There we go. All right. The Lusco's kind of hard, though. Should probably keep Death on Decay down, yeah? Oh, I just have consumption. I'm not hitting it. Fucking coward. Unlucky. Yeah, don't worry. I'll sprint over this way. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh. Beautiful. Good knock. Yeah, I don't like the setup at all. What don't I like about it, though? I think it's the lack of everything. There we go. All right. Oh, I don't... Awkward. Oops. Is our guy coming back? There he is. Okay. Huh, what's this, like, random proc of Death's Advance? Sucks that I'm bad at this class. I'm not pumping? What the heck? Yeah. I kind of got ninja invited, dude. I was, like, just vibing with, like, working on my UI and stuff, and Terrathal just, like, ninja invited me to do this key. And so, like, my UI is not super set up yet, which is, like, not fun. Huh. Monk's looking too good. Do you think they're going to nerf another ground? It's possible. Oh, and I got a... Okay, that glows when I get a proc. That's good. Yeah, sure. Dude, I'm fast as fuck. Oh, I just... It's okay. The Terrathal will save you. Don't even worry about it. How am I so bad at this class? I blame my UI. Not gonna lie. All right. They got it. Nice. Huh. Let's get this guy over here. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's so funny, actually. Oh, no. It's the big triple kill. I think I die here. We'll see. Huh. Oh, fucking. That's so funny, actually. Like, I'm not crazy, right? Like, that's just like everyone stood in Frost Breath. I mean, Bolt, Breath. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. I might play VDH after that shit show. Fucking getting Ninja invited to a queue is not fun. I'll tell you that much. Also, what's up, Tan? Yeah, one sec. Will this work? Dude, I hate BDK. Probably crazy, but you're gonna tank main for the first time in midnight? Hell yeah. Going Brewmaster. That's awesome. We love Brewmaster. It's okay. Everyone starts somewhere. Okay. You hate Bloody K. Dude, I don't know. Terrathal Ninja invited me, and I wasn't really ready, and my UI feels like it's not where I want it to be to do the thing that I want to do. One day DK will be a good tank game, man. We're going to Algathar, so I think I might stay DK, but I'm trying to see how much I can embarrass myself. Dude, my dog is so fucking cute. This is all wrapped up like a little bean. I feel like I don't want Reaper's Mark on my bar right now. I just want to pop in and do two things. Firstly, I say love your content and hope you never stop making it. Second, should you go Vel for Panda for Brewmaster? What has more aura? Panda for sure. Though Void Elf could be pretty sick. I've been thinking about going Void Elf for this next expansion. There's this really cool potion you can get from the Void Storm that like gives you the permanent like entropic embrace kind of looking effect, which also has a lot of aura. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad I can make content that people enjoy. All right, I'm gonna pretend to be really good. All right, it's gonna be a whole bit that I'm just like insane at this class because I'm very bad. But I kind of want to go VDH though for a bit at some point today. I don't know why am I? Because it doesn't really matter, but dude, I love being on all fours. You know. All right, let's see if I can do this properly. Oh my god. Please let me live. I hate skitterflies, man. Okay, I'm digging this setup a little bit more. Not gonna lie. Except I keep fucking mirror running for no reason. Consumption kind of popped off there. Jesus Christ. W consumption. I wish I got a reset, though. Would have been nice. Forgot to Arcane Pulse. Fucking skill issue. I don't have to tell you. I'm going to just start with the consumption. Surely that is the play. That is the most optimal thing you can do in that situation. I think consumption's sick. I know, I feel like a lot of DK players don't like the rework, but I think it looks, it's like so fun to hit. It's like, dude, it's like licking a public, bathroom toilet seat. It's like dirty, You're like, let me see how long I can hold out till I fucking get blasted. It's a little bit of a talent trap. In what way? Oh, buddy, look at that. Look at that overshield. Mmm. It was quite the analogy, wasn't it? It's actually kind of wild. Why is my death and decay? Dude, my death and decay is like actually sideways. Holy. Oh shit, my hand's not on my keyboard. Bam! That felt like shit to hit, not gonna lie. Why? Every time I go to hit Marrow Rend, I instantly proc a Dance of Midnight afterwards. I'm getting actually kind of annoyed, not gonna lie. I like want to use Dancing Weapon, but at the same time, like, we're about to kill this man. Bam. Look at that. I did half of my Brewmaster's damage. That's really cool. I don't think BDK's... I think, like, maybe damage-wise, but also keep in mind that I'm terrible at this class. Like, I play DK almost never. God damn. BDK is pretty bad in the first season of the war, then so you're just expecting a repeat? That's fair. That is a fair thing to expect. I don't feel weak defensively playing DK and keys. I do feel weak offensively. Like, I just got out damaged by a Disc Priest. To be fair, I'm also playing Sandlane, which I don't think is super hot right now. Oh, this guy fucking pulls for me. And maybe it's because I'm not playing properly at all. Actually, like, at all. Oh my god, I'm actually terrible. It's all good, though. I feel like... It's like, I know I should just be hitting Vamplet on cooldown, but it's kind of like... Why when this mob's at like 20% health? What's up, Bolvar? Oh my god, why are these men so high? It's like a noise me. I'm very excited to die in this next boss. I keep forgetting about consumption. Saying like candy more damage than Deathbringer? Oh, so I'm just actually terrible. That's what you're saying. Which is not incorrect. If I asked for a fun and solid enough tank for Mythic Plus Pug 15 max, what would you recommend? Brewmaster. On God, for real. Every monk ability should be an empowered spell, in your opinion. Charge up and punch. That would be weird. What the fuck? Why am I... Oh. Actual coward energy. Okay, there we go. It's like, fuck, man. I love having to double Marrow Rend to get Bone Shield charges because I don't have a CD on pull. Actually wild. I know I should have AMS that. Fuck, I'm so bad. Sorry, consumption. Big consumption. I'm doing half of what a Brewmaster can do. This is awesome. Not my tank. Dude, I'm not even my tank. Oh, look at this. AMS. Oh, fucking, we're golden. Look at that. Holy. This guy's annoying me, though. Holy. Put it in. Or don't? Are we really choosing not to put... What? Oh, I'm so dumb. I have a ball. Oh my God, I'm the bad one. Holy shit. No one tell anybody. It's fine. It's fine. Nope. No one say anything. Nope. It wasn't me. Wait, are we trying to live this? No way. Are we actually trying to live? I'm trying to die. I don't have any bone shield charges up. This is terrible. This is a terrible time to be alive. I guess we're just like spamming Marrow Rend for fun. Good. That wasn't me. Holy shit, dude. That's nope. That's awkward. Hey, I really love your videos. Do you really think Prop Warrior is going to struggle with new dungeons? I don't think so. Yeah. That's awkward. Am I lead? Yeah, that was a terrible experience. I was so confused. I was like, why aren't we throwing the orbs? And then I looked down at my character and I'm fucking just like gripping a ball. Have I tried Guardian Druid? I have. I kind of want to play VDH, but I also like don't know if I want to play VDH. Let me get my mojo back. Let me play a little bit of brew. I um Are you able to use Midnight UI in beta? Yes. Hi, what's a good tank to pick up for someone dipping into tank for the first time? I think Brewmaster is really good for first time tanks. Most of their defense is totally passive, which is awesome. Um, and their rotation is like super straightforward. It's depending on the hero count you're playing, you're either doing a 2-button rotation or a 4-minute rotation. I was thinking Brewmaster actually, it looks great. Yeah, it's really fun. Let's see, Algothar Academy. Let's see if I'm not dumb. All right, good, 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 good. Okay, cool. I don't know how, but I was healing a 50 Myasara and the Brewmaster got 2-tapped by the first pack. It's because they didn't have Shuffle up. Probably. Like Shuffle's really important, and there's a lot of Brewmasters who like don't get Shuffle active before they pull mobs, and it's probably the biggest trap I see. It's why you see clips of like people getting one shot by like something like Swamp Face and Floodgate, or really any boss. If you pull and you don't have Shuffle, you're dead. Like you pull with Keg Smash and you need to maintain Shuffle while you're gathering, which again, if you just like Keg Smash once, then you start sprinting around, you're gonna get 2-tapped or anything like that. Yeah, the first pull of Myasar, depending on like what you're pulling, can be a little chaotic. Like there's a lot of ground you have to travel, a lot of mobs you have to pick up threat on, and you have to stay alive. Like it's just the first pull is really tough to gather. Oh, am I just slamming this? Fuck it. Why not? All right. Oh, this is gonna feel so much better. And then I'm gonna probably go VDH after this, maybe. So like freaking weird, man. I need to stop targeting a little firefly, man. Oh, the pain sup. It's good. We like pain sup. I did not gather this pull properly. But also, I'm playing a very target capped-ish hero talent. Bam! 154k. Beautiful. All right. GG. It's actually really good damage there by this group. Did I even Celestia Brew on that? I literally hit Celestia Infusion once. I gotta hit it more. Terathal survived a man. Dude, Terathal's so fucking strong. Oh wow, we are really far out there. Terathal. That was such a dumb ability to hit. It's fine. I know I'm definitely not positioning this guy perfectly, but that's okay. Ah, whatever. This might just not be my day, man. I think I'm gonna log off after this. All right, much better. I can't. Let me mount. Oh man. Well, that was dangerous. You really wish Blizzard would let us smog two one-handers even when we're using two hands? It would be nice. It would be nice to like be able to have claws and shit. I'll be on DH after this. I needed to I needed a little confidence boost key. That's what I needed here. Because the last pit in Algathar as DK was really rough. I need to today was gonna be my like UI day and work on video day. But sometimes when you get ninja invited to a key, you gotta do it. Oh man. Stream was black for you. Yeah, that's it. Same, dude. I also alt F forward. Also, wait after this pack for Lust. We're waiting 4 minutes for Lust? That's wild to me. This build does too much damage, man. Bro's actually kind of wild. Dude's like, we're gonna wait 1 minute for Lust. It's like, what? It's a I guess it's a 17 technically. I don't know. I think we're overthinking it. I think we'll be fine. Just need a little bit of Jesus. Dude, my dog is snoring so loud. Okay, I have the ball. The ball's gone. We're ballless. Started meaning brew at the end of Dragonflight. I miss all the buttons, especially Weapons of Order. That's a take. Weapons of Order was cool, like thematically, but I don't think it was a good button to actually have. But yeah, it's like I wish Rising Sun Kick had like had some more use to it. Damage looks really good. Is this Harmony? Yeah. Yeah, this is Harmony. I think this is adequate tank damage, and they need to buff up some of the lower performing DPS specs. Yeah, we don't. I mean, he's right. We don't have Lust for like 20 seconds. I'm interested to see if he chooses to Lust now, or if we're just going to actually hold. Okay, it's like we don't, just because we don't use Lust on the burn doesn't mean we can't utilize it. That's a weird take. Yeah, I mean, yeah, fuck it. Why not? Yeah, I'll get the talent code. Oh, okay. He meant to press Lust and didn't, or he did it early. What? This is awkward. Monk Celestia for tanking? I'd say it's up there, yeah. It's doing very well. I don't think it's as broken as people think it is. Like, compared to where other tanks stood in previous seasons compared to other tanks, I think like I think Brew's like strong and it's clearly like the best performing tank. But I don't think it's like metrics above any other tank right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I will stop playing what I'm doing and to post this. There you go. Easy. Less than 120. I don't, that info what doesn't help me. Oh, the gate's good. Guardian's doing really good. Guardian's actually fucking insane. Ooh, love synced melees. That's fun. It's a fun thing for me. What am I out of range of? I just purified at like the worst time. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, goody. Yeah, I guess I could have just like kited. I don't know. At the moment, Brew seems to be best in... Oh, they kept it alive. That's cool. Wow. Good job, team. Brew's best at Raid and Mythic Plus. Makes me think it would be also a good first time to dip your toes in. Yeah. Probably a good time to do it. Bam. Oh. Arcane Orb, man. Okay. We're good. We're good. We'll figure this out. There we go. Do I want to play Fellowship later? Yeah, probably in a couple... Probably when I'm done streaming. I don't plan on streaming long. I'd say probably like 2 hours or so. It went through your basic series a couple of months back. Have the recent promotions changed anything? I think it changed pretty much everything about it. It really sucks because I meant for that guide to be like a long-term thing that was going to last for like maybe into the future expansion of Midnight because we had just gotten a rework. And then Blizzard is like, oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to rework Brewmaster again and fuck Shaw. Obviously, they didn't do that because of me, but the guide is relatively outdated because the playstyle between the two hero towns are going to change. Also, we don't have any defensives or offensives pretty much. So, yeah, it's great. I will be doing another series though for it. Oh, that was so dumb of me. Oopsies. I don't understand disc priest damage, man. I feel like they're pumping. It's kind of wild. I thought this was the mage behind me. That would have been really awkward. This little gnome man. Unlucky. Just don't be afraid of Red Sugar. You're literally permanent living in hierarchies. Yeah. Yo, Acid, what's up? Thanks for the raid, man. Hopefully you had a good stream. Appreciate you. And welcome in everyone from Acid Stream. He's out so tanky now. Yeah, he actually doesn't die, which is cool. Dude, this class does too much damage. Congrats on partner. Oh, thanks. Yeah, unexpected. I thought I was gonna get declined about 4 more times before I actually got it, so it's good. Thank you. As Brew and Beta. Brew's awesome. Brew's doing crazy good. Should get getting started by Chad making me actually having to heal. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Holy cow. So good at baiting or gating. Oh. Oh, and we pulled the patrol. I swear to God. This group is just oh man. I'm gonna blame Arcane Orb. I think that's the culprit. Have a good night, Acid. Appreciate this stream or the raid. There we go. Words. You thought Brew was good, why die? Because just because Brew good doesn't mean I'm good, you know? Sup, Shard. All right, we're gonna do a 3-target pull instead. And we're not gonna pull the random pack over there. Surely. I have learned it's always Arcane Orb. It used to always be like if you had a shaman, it was probably your shaman's like totemic thing, their searing totem. If you were playing with a warlock, it was probably their pets. They fixed most of that stuff, but you could definitely aim Arcane Orb the wrong way. I also didn't realize, like, as I was getting that last pull together, I realized we didn't have Lust. Ideally, you Lust Croth, and it's up for this pull, and then you're chilling, and then you, like, LOS the Echo Knights if needed. But I don't think we were LOSing there, and we somehow pulled, like, I think we pulled this pack here. I think. And I don't know how, because the patrol was in a different spot. Well, 50 deaths. It's all good. Arcane Orb pulling was fixed. What do you mean it was fixed? Isn't it just a target? Like it's a frontal from your player, right? Is the routing the same in this dungeon? Yeah, for the most part. Like, realistically, you hold W, and you should have about 100% count. If you don't hold W, there's like a couple of things you can skip around. But this dungeon's routing is definitely not... Like, I think this and Skyreach is like just literally hold W. They fixed shooting out 3 orbs instead of 1, but it still can hit, right? Like, oh, I got hit by an orb. Every dungeon, in your opinion, should be hold W? See, I disagree with that. I think there should be routing options. Ooh, unlucky orb. I'm gonna just have to go far here. Just gotta actually like pay attention to some of these orbs coming out. How does it not pull? What do you what kind of shit are you huffing? Like, you're hitting a damage button, no? And it's a damage frontal that has like it travels like 20 or 30 yards or whatever. How does it just not hit mobs? Like, what do you mean? It's meant to hit mobs. Oh, definitely ran into that one. I'm gonna maybe I'll play with Arcane Mage a bit. I don't believe that you can send out a damaging event in that's like meant to be a pathing frontal, and it just doesn't hit mobs you're not in combat with. That'd be crazy. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just like, I'm so confused on how that would even work. Oh my god, dude. I'm just like, I'm getting hit by everything. Is Master of Harmony the play now? How do I put this delicately? Master of Harmony is still... okay, like, from a pure damage perspective, I think it's better. I think there's merit to Shadowpan or Master of Harmony depending on what you prefer to do in the game. Like, you could just like prefer a different playstyle. I think there's still some design friction with Master of Harmony, so I think it's worse from that perspective. But yeah. Okay. Poor Terathal. Just getting bullied. Shadowpan does infinitely more AoE, but does like pretty average single target damage, I think. Where I think Master of Harmony does like way better single target damage. Even not having good uptime on this boss and like running around a bunch, I'm still doing 60k. I mean, I think DK damage is really good. And we don't even have, we have less technically, but... Close. Oh, you know what? I forgot worms. Oopsies. Use Phoenix. There definitely were a lot of bugs throughout beta that were causing random abilities to pull mobs. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a fire ability. Arcane Orb does pull and always have you aim it wrong. Arcane One Trick Pony here. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I was real fucking confused. Thank you for clarifying that. It's because Tiger Palm is just stupid damage. Yeah. Like, you can see here. This is an overall. Here, let me go overall. Even an overall, my overall's bad because we wiped a bunch, but like it's literally your top damage. Without logs, it won't show overall, but like I'm probably like during potion, I'm probably seeing Tiger Palm crits up to like 200k, which is so much if you like just think about that. And then it also cleaves at 25% effectiveness with overwhelming. How does your Celestia Brew shield you for now for pure? Oh, I mean, it has like a base value. That's yeah. Purified Chi doesn't exist, so Celestia Brew and Celestia Fusion have like a base value. Yeah, rip Phoenix Flames. F. First time WoW player wanted to play Monk Brewmaster. I've been watching your YouTube, which has helped a lot. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Salty C. More content to come and definitely updated guides. If you're watching any old Brewmaster guides that are on my channel, they're probably all outdated because they've reworked the class significantly. Did they fix Exploding Keg? Do you mean empty the cellar? They haven't fixed it yet, no. I need to fix my UI a little bit more. Terathal hits him with the yeah and then dips. What hero town would you recommend to an old brew player? I would recommend Master of Harmony because the rotation with Master of Harmony is a little bit more static. Shadowpan has like RNG reactionary shit now, like with Keg Smashes resetting. If Brew is 100% meta at the moment, how far behind Bear and Prop Pally are? Bear is really good. It's just like not being played as much because people don't like testing things that are like a little behind. But I think Bear's like sleeper as fuck. Like Bear does infinite damage and doesn't die. So, um, yeah, but I think Master of Harmony is like better for older Brewmaster players who kind of like a more consistent damage rotation. Shadowpan is very just like Gamba. Like you're just gambling the entire time, which is fine, but it's I know a lot of old Brewmaster players are like definitely not a fan. And I know Equinox was very vocal about it. It's wild to see Tiger Palm so high as someone who mained Windwalker for so long. Tiger Palm was as Windwalker does less damage than auto attack. Yeah, it's unlucky. Where is Equinox? Good question. He has, from my understanding, and I say this as someone who hasn't talked to him in a very long time, I believe he's gone like relatively casual. His guide's probably just like delete Brewmaster, delete your class. He might be back. He might push. He hasn't pushed in like all the war within. I think he got title in season 1. He was like one of 3 NA Brewmasters. It was me, Affinity, and Equinox who got title in season 1. But ever since season 1, he kind of just like stopped playing. He pushed kind of hard at the start of season 2, but like hard fell off and then ended up like being, I don't know, like it definitely wasn't title range. He's kind of like one of the only like US brewmasters that has like I don't want to say credibility. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he's just kind of like in the Brewmaster Hall of Fame, at least for NA. He's like the NA equivalent of someone like Mordrim or Monksy. Is Master Farming still feeling good on beta? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still good. They haven't touched anything. Equinox found his queen and pieced out. Yeah. Also, just getting older, man. I can definitely relate. Like, priorities change. Is there someone from Brew and EU Hall of Fame? Yeah, I would say like Mordrim or Monksy. I think are like the two. When I think of Brewmasters EU, like those are the two people I think of. And when I think NA Brewmasters, I think like just Equinox. And I think Trell. Like those are the two names that I think of when I think of NA Brewmasters. Now I know more Brewmasters, so like now I also think about like someone like Affinity, for example. Or like I know in season 2, like Poe Blasted, and this last season Ruzi. Like those guys have cropped up, but they haven't been playing it for long. Like there's no longevity there. Affinity has been blasting Brewmaster for like years now, and he gets like title every season and has gotten a lot of NA rank ones. Oh, I don't have that set up. That's awkward. Oh, it was a nice little casual 18. Which is something about Pirat Warrior that just like feels a little off. I think it's just like I think it's just haste. Oh, is execute just like still not working, dude? I fucking hate this game. It's like I execute and it hits for 4K. It's like what? It's like so good. It's a terrible existence. I hate that tab targeting doesn't do the thing, you know? Like when a caster's casting, I feel like when I tab, it should prioritize the caster, but it doesn't. Oh, we got the book. Nice. Where's my team at? It's all good. That sucks. That's so unfortunate. Okay. All right, 2 books at a time. I don't know. That's a good question. We dropped AMZ late. I don't think people realized that there was like 30 books, so I would imagine that just like defensives weren't used. The books die quickly, and most people have like at least some short CDs there. And so you just need to aggressively pop defensives, and I just don't think we did. I think like the healer wasn't ready. I don't think the group was set up, so it's like I'm just not going to pull that again. It's fine. I hate that execute does negative damage. Like, that's terrible. Yeah, it's like so weird. Like, I like beta and I like testing the high keys. Like, I don't mind doing an 18, but it's just like I feel like players ran into this like weird trap where there's people out there who have like 18 Resil or 19 Resil, and I'm sure there's a few groups who have like 20 Resil, but then they've nerfed people. They've nerfed damage. They've nerfed survivability on some classes. They've nerfed combat potions. And so I feel like people, it's like now struggling to do 18s with ease, which 18s did feel easy a couple weeks ago. So I'd rather just do like 15s or whatever, 15s or 17s. I think 17s are good. All right. I feel like tab targeting used to be smart though. I feel like at least on live up until pre-patch basically, if there's a caster casting and I tab targeted, it would automatically default to the caster. That's awkward. I need to like figure out a better way to track actually I don't even know. Don't even know what I was about to say. They both raise mob health, but also lower time and keys. Oh yeah, yeah. No, good shout. I forgot about that. I also forgot that they did that. Yeah, so I feel like it's so much easier just to do like 15s I think are totally fine, but I think like even if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, I think like 17s are okay, but I was a little sad my brewmaster was sitting at 17 Resil for so long, but after the nerfs and the buffs to the dungeons, now I'm like super happy because like 17 Resil feels kind of perfect. That's some big damage there. Fuck yeah, bud. It's kind of hard to see. We have our haste. Our priest got stunned. Our mage got stunned, and then we're going to keep pulling more. Are we good? Oh, why is that? Also, when sorry, the comment about marking moon. I think Terrathal has a marker, like a macro. Jesus. Holy shit, dude. No, stop hitting execute. I'm so bad, dude. Grr. Oh, very cool. Yep, come back here. I guess I'll... Okay. Oh, man. Our priest is back. Let's see if he can keep himself up. Is this the average beta experience? Feels like it. Boom. Hyped for midnight. Yeah, I'm super hyped for midnight. I'm very, very excited. Kind of want to try to figure out like what my single target damage is going to look like. I'm just going to send D-Stance though, because I don't trust this healer. Oh, shit. I didn't pop Avatar. That's awkward. There's shield wall going. Which tank specs do you think is the most satisfying sound effects? I don't know. I wish I knew. I think it's like that's super subjective. I do think I was gonna say like warrior. I think like brewmaster sound effects like aren't terrible, but again it's like super subjective, right? Like there are some things on brewmaster that I like hate the sound effect of. I don't know if I should be playing heavy reps. I feel like I just have infinite shield block, which is awesome, but I feel like sometimes having infinite shield block is like not really doesn't really matter. Kind of wish I had a little bit more haste. That's a nice convenient lineup. Oh, my single target damage is dookie. Is this normal? I feel like maybe I'm just like not playing it right. Ah, it's awkward. I need to remember to get knocked this way. Oh, awkward. Tossing a blade and vengeance sounds cool. True. True and real. What buffs do you get from the worms? It's a 1% damage buff per stack. Unfortunately, they have made the applications of the buffs they're individual. And so if you stagger them a little bit, like it ends up just like you don't get a full 20 stack buff, or it stacks up to 20. It also means you can't like play a little mini game of like infinitely extending, which is technically a good thing because I think some of like coordinators would definitely abuse the shit out of that. I gotta stop hitting execute. It's literally critting for 6k, which is like an auto attack. Mage just dies. Fuck is this weird monk spec? I'm messing around. I'm trying to put together my other tank packages for like Vengeance, DK. I mean, basically all the tanks. And so I'm kind of just testing out how they're feeling so I can take notes and go back and make changes that I think are good. The only thing you need is monk, true. You're not wrong. Did they buff Prot Warrior? Nope. If anything, they nerfed it, and it's still bugged. Protection Warrior feels really sturdy, though. Like, I will say, like, if you don't look at overall damage, it feels strong. There's a couple of dead globals here and there, like when you're in low target count, like right now. Execute being bugged still makes it hit for literally a wet noodle. I don't like where the damage is being allocated, though. Like, I feel like most of your damage is just packed into Revenge, which is not fun. We need Paladin buffs. I think they need to buff most tanks. I think they should try to buff everything up to where Guardian Druid and Brewmaster is. I don't think they should do it the other way around. Like, I think some of the tanks feel terrible. Is there a lot of dot magic in rotation where Prep Paladin would be in danger? Yeah, probably. I haven't played Paladin that much since they got nerfed, because I played it like in one key and I was getting just like demolished, and I'm just like, I don't want to play this. Yeah, like right here, it's like I kind of want to sit on a little bit of rage. Get out of here. There we go. It's like I could spam Revenge, which is fine, but like in Lust, I'm doing less damage than a healer. I feel like I'm playing Fellowship, dude. This is what Fellowship is. I feel like them nerfing Shield Slime was like the worst thing they could have done, though. Like, I don't know why they nerfed Shield Slime so much. Why do you have such big uptime on shield block? I'm playing a talent called Heavy Repercussions, which is making my shield block get extended every time I shield slam. Into the phrase normally better, but if you can't have like close to like 95, 96% uptime on shield block, then you obviously it's better to have more shield block than less shield block. So I'm playing heavy reps. I do like heavy reps, but playing a hasteless warrior is also not super fun. I wish Demolish would do a little bit more damage than it currently is doing. Have you played Vengeance lately? If so, how does it feel? Vengeance feels really good. I have played it. I was gonna play it after this key actually, but Eldraki's in a really bad spot. But Annihilator's in a really good spot. And I think people will like Annihilator because it's a little bit more straightforward. I prefer the playstyle of Eldraki personally because I like a little bit more in like detail in my rotation. Yeah, but Eldraki has like a weird tuning issue. They're running into this issue where it's like, holy shit, I love Demolish, man. It feels so good to hit. Yeah, Vengeance just doesn't do like they nerfed it a bunch while it was still very bugged and bugged in like a negative way in terms of they were doing like extra damage. So I feel like what Blizzard did was like they nerfed it and then fixed the bug, so it ended up double dipping on nerfs, and now they do like no damage. I keep forgetting to it's a demo shout. The solution is nerf arms again. Yeah, that's kind of what they've been doing, right? I just kicked literally nothing. Very talented man I am. There we go. Oh, the healing absorb is actually kind of nice to see on the bar like that. That was awesome. I need a shockwave more. I have such a short CD on shockwave and it knocks mobs up, so it's like always going to be interrupting, and I'm just like actively not hitting it. I feel like Warrior's actually really good at this healing absorb. I just like don't take damage, and then I can just like impending victory up to full. Health bar will move a bit. Like I had a 1 million healing absorb there, so like obviously it's gonna be pretty big, but I'd say Warrior feels pretty sturdy. The only issue that I run into with Warriors is that I feel like they do no fucking damage, man. I need a Mistweaver or something. Give me that extra little fizz dam. Yeah, but I prefer a world where tanks do like a lot of damage. Like I don't want to be getting out damaged by a Disc Priest right now. I'd love to see a world where in 2-target cleave I can at least do 65, 70k. My Brewmaster does like a lot of damage here. My Brewmaster sits around like 80 to 90k. Oh, it's like on me. What? It's still glowing. What is going on? Think Brew will be getting nerfed? There's a chance, but like we also don't know. Like we don't know what Blizzard's end goal is when it comes to like balancing. Like Brewmaster does a lot of damage for sure, and they're very tanky, but most tanks are tanky. And so it's now like a question of damage. Does Blizzard want tanks doing 70% of what DPS are doing or 50%? And in a world where they want to do 70%, I don't think Brew would get nerfed. I think every other tank would get buffed. But I also know that people are always skeptical of what Blizzard's going to do. And generally, when a tank is doing really well, the knee jerk reaction is, oh, it's going to get nerfed, and not, oh, everything else will get buffed. It's a little different with tanks because we have less total classes that can play the role. And so balancing damage wise is generally, at least in theory, easier, right? It's much easier to balance 6 specs than it is to balance like the 27 DPS specs that are in the game or whatever it ends up being. 23. Actually, I'm just like making up numbers, but there is a world where they're just like, oh, okay, we're gonna bug fix certain things that are still not working appropriately for some of the tanks. And then we're just gonna do like a fucking like Aldraki Reaver. They could just straight up do like a fucking 100% damage buff on Reaver's Glaive or something, you know, like just crazy. And they're gonna buff Soul Cleave damage by 40%. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, Brew doesn't need to get buffed. It's or nerfed. It's every other thing is getting buffed. If you were to ask me to place a bet, I would probably bet on Brewmaster getting nerfed. But again, like there's just always a counter argument. 33 DPS specs. How is that possible? There's like only 39 in the game. Yeah, but like sick, there's also like there's 7 healer specs, right? I don't know. Fuck healers. Amen, brother. Amen. They were to add another tank class or tank spec, what class would I want to see it on? Shaman, probably. Shaman or Evoker, I would probably be the two. More simple than Fracture and Soul Cleave back to back to back. I mean, that's just like what DH is right now. Like if you're playing Annihilator. How does Bear feel right now? Bear feels really good to play. I haven't played it recently. I probably won't play it on stream today because I haven't set up my UI for it, but 40 total, 7 healers, 6 tanks, 1 support, 26 DPS. I mean, I don't know. I would argue that AUG isn't fly to support. It's just a damage dealer. But yeah, yeah. Balancing 6 tank specs should be much easier. Oh, he's gonna dispel it before I run out. Okay, that's good. It's actually probably fine. I could probably go to 2 stacks. Don't worry, I'll soak this. It's annoying having to walk out of melee, though. I'm just spamming fucking revenge. This is so dumb. I'm being outdamaged by a priest. Am I crazy or am I just like literally not taking damage from this man? Oh, and we're short count. Trash route. All right, it's good to know. What could I pull that's worth 0.3? I feel like nothing. I feel like I was trying to just like hold W in here, but clearly old W is not the play. Execute 4K. Love that. Just replace Og with the tank. We'll be happier. Yeah. I don't mind Og. I don't know. Favorite dungeon of season 1? Myasar Caverns. Easy. A brew wouldn't make these kind of mistakes. You're right. I'm not gonna lie though. Normally I don't pull this pack, this 2-target pack. Normally I've been playing with Warlocks who gate skip, but I know and recognize that not every group will have a Warlock in it. And so I kind of need to like figure out. I mean, I could just look at MBT, but I'm fucking lazy. I also normally pull an extra pack of worms, but I didn't realize I didn't know how much over I'd be. I've heard people who want Serf Hunter as a tank, which would be pretty interesting. I just don't know like how like that would work, and I don't know how many people would actually like it. And also, by the way, I don't think they should ever change a spec to a different role. I don't think they should like take Serve Hunter or Enhanced Shaman or Og Evoker. I think I said Og twice in a row, but I don't think they should take these things and like turn them into like tank specs, right? Or take like Feral Druid and turn into a support role or whatever, right? I think they should definitely add a new spec if they were to do it, but I think Shaman would be pretty sick, like using like earthen wards and like leaning way more into like earth. Because I know Enhance generally uses like nature, like electricity, like nature and fire, and same with elemental. But it'd be really cool to have like a tank that's all specialized around like using like earthen elements to like shield themselves and like get absorbs and stuff. But I just don't know how it would actually work. The Surf Hunter pet thing, I just don't think like people really hate the Black Ox already as a pet function. And so I think having a class that's like just totally based around that might not be super great. I think it should take Feral Druid and turn to a memory. Yeah, amen, brother. And this was kind of supposed to be a tank in vanilla, probably too late now. Yeah, and I don't think they should go back and like make it a hybrid or anything like that, or like try to rework it into a tank. I think if they were to do another shaman spec, especially a tank one, I think they should definitely they should definitely add something new. Yeah, you like split damage with your pet and stuff. Terrathal M. What is this? He's going fucking Windwalker, bro. Terrathal Windwalker goes kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Taunt Totem Caster Tank. Yeah, yeah. You guys are just describing Brewmaster. Taunt Totem is Brewmaster. Pet Tank is Brewmaster. Insane. All right, we're gonna go DH. See what we can do here. I don't think it'll be good, but we're gonna try it. I feel like this is not set up properly. Maybe it is. I don't know. They could definitely do some interesting like tanks though. Like I don't really I don't know. I'm like trying to think of like even Fellowship, like the Fellowship tanks. They could probably take some ideas there, even though like Fellowship kind of took from WoW. I think I don't know. I think Fellowship Mako is like really interesting, except that's kind of what Brewmaster was, but having an actual combo based tank, actually I don't think Blizzard would ever do that. I think they would I think they deem that too complicated and too punishing. For those who don't know, Mako or Miko or whatever her name is in Fellowship is like you have 3 buttons and you have like 3 buttons and a finisher. And so like you get to choose you like hit 2 of your 3 buttons in a certain order and then your finisher does something different. So you have 6 like total finishers. You either can go 1-2 or 1-3 and then you finish, or you go 1 or like 2-1, 2-3, then you can finish, or you can hit your like 3-1-3-2 and then finish. And I think Mako is like so insane. Rip active mitigation, you will be missed. That's a good one. Yeah, active mitigation is kind of going out the window. I think most tanks can keep up their active mitigation. I think the only tank that has like actually has to think about their active mitigation would be BDK with a Bone Shield. Prot Warrior can like just slam shield block on CD, and you could probably even macro it into certain abilities, even though I think that might mess with your rage economy in certain situations. But it's like Demon Hunter, and you can just like macro demon spikes into everything. Kind of wild. I would really like Mako though to like have like I think in WoW it'd be like very fun. I think it'd be a good tank. Like I think I don't know, as a tank it'd be fun to have like a little bit of a skill ceiling there. I love tanking, but all those maintenance damage mitigation spells annoy you. Yeah, I think there's a balance. I think depending on the tank, you can have like an active mitigation that like you have to maintain and has some thought into it, but I don't know. I just miss your active mitigation having like no CD and just costing resources. So you got to pick when you wanted to be unkillable god. Yeah. Yeah, the good old days of mop tanking. I didn't tank in mop, but I've heard the stories. Am I playing Annihilator? I am. Yeah, big fucking rip. Holy. I kind of want to play Eldraki, but I kind of want to at least try to do a little bit of damage here. Never like Mountain Thane much. Yeah, I don't either. No, I think Colossus feels pretty good. There's a couple of dead globals in the rotation, but it's nothing crazy. What am I? Oh, that was the funniest shit I've ever fucking seen. Good job. Terrathal is a little too OP. That was actually the... Thank you for making my day. Oh, I just don't have Demon Spikes up. I'm so bad. I should just be macroing Demon Spikes into, like, all my buttons. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Seems like a very easy solution. I don't know if I should technically be Feldeving. I feel like that's the wrong thing to do. Holy shit, dude. I'm just hitting this button for no reason. It's just, like, not ready for this pull. I'm definitely not... Dude, I'm so bad at this tank. Why are these barrels targetable? Is that not just, like, the most obnoxious thing? All right. Oh. Awkward. I think Brewmaster's probably the easiest tank.
It's like my Uncle Kagi once said, with great power comes great big booty bitches.
Yo, Shin, thanks so much for the Prime, man. Or not the Prime, the Tier 1. Fuck yeah. Hope you're having a good day. Oh my lord. I wish we would disable these beams differently. Like, we're in such a tight spot now. Haven't used Switch in years, so I need to use the new, or add the new card. I feel that. Might as well hit this. Dude, I always feel like I'm doing something wrong when I'm playing any other tank that's not Brewmaster. It feels so smooth now. It has a good animation. Switching to it from BDK is like 0 animations. Yeah. Yeah, I wish, what am I trying to say? BDK had like a little bit more flavor in terms of like its actual animations. I don't know if this is... Terrathal, no. Dude, please give me a Voidfall proc. Okay, don't. It's like the one thing I'm like trying to, like when I do try to optimize, I just don't get procs. It's cringe. Do you think they did tuning pretty good between all the tanks? Or is there a big gap? I think there's a big gap. They need some work still. I guess I'll just meta this. Windwalker not bad. So no, no. I think Windwalker is actually not terrible. I think Terrathal is not playing adequately. I think Terathal's messing up a wee bit, which is okay because I don't think I've never seen Terrathal play Windwalker, so. There's my cheat. Lovely. It's like the one annoyance I kind of have about this tank, because I feel like it's a little bit hard to get pull set up and have threat. Like Fire Mage is just ripping because I'm like trying to like get one random extra mob in. It's on me for sure, but it does feel squishy, but I'm also bad. Like, do we not have a stop for this? Oh, I'm standing in a fucking pool on the ground. I just feel like I shouldn't hit Feldev like ever. It's not doing me any favors. Like, why did these mobs just like port immediately? It's like I'm getting Ecodome flashbacks out here. DH isn't hard. I don't think it's hard. I'm just bad. And it just has like a different damage profile compared to other tanks that have a little bit more like on demand. Like it's like everything's a little bit about setup, I feel. What the fuck? Like why does every mob leap? Like every mob just you pull it and it teleports. Oh, dude, the only thing I'm not liking right now is the Fury generation feels a little low sometimes, and so I get my Void Killer proc or I pop meta and shit, and then it's like, oh, I have to now spend a global to get Fury so I can actually spend this thing. And look at that. Love mobs spawning all over the place. This is good. And there's this random guy over here. Where'd this guy come from? Actually, I know this guy's here. I'm just actually blind.
Yikes.
I'm like doing everything in like the reverse order. I should be getting Fiery Brand active first and then Okay. All right. Windwalker damage goes burr. For Massive Harmony, would you want to swap targets for Coalesce to optimal use? Not necessarily. Your Coalesce vitality spreads as you deal damage to a target. And so, and it's also going to be applied like via, like, I don't know, it's just like getting applied in so many ways that like tab targeting like doesn't really matter. You can just like hit the same target and it should just be as effective. It's going to be like an awkward setup because, like, fuck, dude, I hate this class so much. I have so much more fun playing Eldrazi. How am I always out of range? Oh. Let me die as he pulls like 5. Okay. You could have just jumped off the edge. You didn't. Okay. It's like really obnoxious. I'm sorry. Like that's super dumb. If you want to die, just jump off the edge of the map. Like don't pull another pack. Like like that. What? We are not doing the thing very well here. It's kind of crazy how bad I am at this. It's a really good question. I don't know if this is what they want tanks to do, or if they want tanks to do what Guardian and Brew, or like Guardian and yeah, what am I trying to say? I don't know if they want tanks doing what Brew and Guardian are doing, or vice versa. And so, like, I don't like. I think Annihilator single target. I'm bad, so keep that in mind. But I just like I feel like the damage is so low compared to something like I mean, literally any other tank. I mean, I feel like most tanks are doing around like 30k to 35k single target, and then you have like Guardian and Brewmaster doing like double that. I actually think Shadowpan Brewmaster doesn't do that crazy. It's like 40k. Just Master of Harmony is insane. I think all the tanks should be brought up to where like Brewmaster is and Guardian Druid. I think tanks should do respectable single target. Oh, that was close. I almost kicked the wrong target. I fucking... Whoa. Why did I just like die there? Why am I dying? I'll try to show it if we get another phase. It's you see how this guy doesn't have horns? I don't know how easy it is to tell, but do you see then how these images have horns on them? You're basically looking for the guy who doesn't have horns on him. Yeah, if you miss the kick, you take like a big burst of damage, which I think it's better. Like they've nerfed it, so it's better to take your time finding the right target than it is to just like try to YOLO kick. And chances are with 5 people looking, or 4, I guess 4 people technically looking, it should be like you don't even probably have to kick it. There might always be someone in your group who's just like a demon at it and can like get it really quick every time. Hi little doggo. What are you doing, huh? Sniffing? uh I don't think this is a good indication of what groups are doing. I feel like Terathal hasn't actually played Windwalker, and he was dead every other pool, and so as is kind of, I don't know, Fire is similar, but I would not put stock into this. Also, don't put stock into me either. Like, my damage is also low. I think DH could do way more than what I did in that dungeon. I mean, we had a few wipes and stuff, but I definitely did not play well. It is what it is. Did you ever play Prop Paladin? Not today. And I don't think I will be. I might actually be ending stream here soon. I didn't really plan on really I was gonna stream earlier today at like noon, but just I had some other stuff come up and then I have like a lot of content to do. I also need to fix my UIs. I need to finish my Guardian Druid and Prop Paladin UI. Yeah, Terathal hasn't played Windwalker in a hot second, so do not put stock into his gleaming performance. I'm gonna base the meta off of that one damage meter. Yeah, go for it. Screenshot this and tell people that Windwalker and Fire Mage is bad. Other than Brew, what's your favorite take to play currently, disregarding balancing? I would say Protection Warrior. Prot Warrior and Brewmaster are like the two tanks that kind of click for me. Like I didn't have to spend a lot of time learning how to play them. Like they just naturally kind of feel good to play. When I play almost, I wouldn't say any other tank. I would say like there's like 3 brackets. I have those 2 tanks, which are, they come very naturally. And then I have Guardian Druid. Guardian Druid and Prop Paladin, I would say, are also like fairly natural, but there's just some things that I'm like not super like consistent on. And then I would say DH and DK are like, I'm very uncomfy. Yo, Brutal, thanks so much for the raid, man. Hopefully you had a good stream. I also forgot to wish you a happy birthday last week. So happy belated. DH just has like weird qualities about it. Like the fact that it's like main damage is a frontal. I think delayed Spirit Bomb damage is also weird to me. I also think the way that they heal when they consume fragments, like also having a delay is odd. And so you're kind of like playing with lag is the best way I can describe DH. At some point this season, playing DPS is a fun side project or alt. Yeah, I'll see if I have time. I generally will always play an off spec of a tank that I'm playing. So whether it's normally Fury Warrior or Windwalker, mostly because I play Protection Warrior and Brewmaster. So I just like swap to those off specs. But you know, I've thought about maybe doing a mage. I've thought about maybe doing a DPS 0 to hero challenge, like as like a Warlock or something that I've just never played really. As usually, Brutal rated and ran. Oh, nice. Perfect. You had the season finale episode. Oh yeah, with like Shadowrock and stuff, right? Fucking raids and dips. What a guy. What a man. Big fan of Brutal. You really wanted to enjoy Devour more? It's just too squishy for your playstyle. I typically play Brew, but wanted to DPS this season. Yeah, I don't know. I'm personally not a big fan of Devour. Shadowrock, Herix, and Arson. Oh yeah, big fan of Arson. Sounds like a stacked episode. Yeah, he's gonna be. He's season finale. He's like taking a couple of weeks off of the podcast, and he's gonna come back for season 3. That'll be good. Yeah, there's so many things. There's so many notes I have about my UIs now. I gotta fix. But I think I think I have everything. I think I got everything kind of figured out. It was a really good podcast. I'll have to watch it tomorrow, unless his VOD's available. But I normally just wait till he puts it on YouTube because I have YouTube Premium. Yeah, we'll see. I might do. I don't know what kind of fun DPS side project I'll do, but I generally gravitate towards, like, if I'm gonna play something that's not a tank, I'd normally play Shaman or Mage as my DPS choices. Because despite being a tank main, I'm kind of a caster at heart. Despite not being that good at it. He's gonna jump back in a little later in the first season. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like when I was on his podcast a couple of weeks ago. He's gonna wait until like around when the season starts. Pancake mix is the best name you've ever seen. I think it's pretty good. I like Smug Toast. Smug Toast is kind of is a dope name too. For a long time in WoW, like on live, I used like really goofy names like this, but the YouTube stream is up, but the polished YouTube version will be up tomorrow around noon. Okay, dope. Yeah, I'll probably just watch it when it goes because I'll be at work, so it gives me something to listen to at work. Listen and or watch. Your DH isn't geared at all, but I changed the Devour to see what it looked like, and my bars felt so empty. Yeah, every time I've watched someone play Devour, it feels like they have like 3 buttons, like unironically. Like you can joke about like Protection Warrior, like Brewmaster, even like having no buttons to hit, but you kind of do. How do you deal with the fact that you need to manage 2 defensives uptime on Prot Warrior, Shield Block, and Ignore Pain? Well, Shield Block takes precedence. It's always priority, right? I can actually let me log into it and I can chat about it for a second. I think it's intuitive, but maybe it's not for some players. Basically, you always want Shield Block up, and then post Shield Block, you can spam Ignore Pain. And then the conditional is if you have Ignore Pain, then you can Revenge. If you don't have Ignore Pain, then you don't Revenge, and you make sure you're spending on Ignore Pain. There's also other reasons why Shield Block is good, is because when Shield Block is active, your Shield Slam does more damage while Shield Block is active. So if you read Shield Block right, increases Shield Slam damage by 30% while it's active. So it's really important to maintain Shield Block, not just for survivability, but also for damage. And the way that warriors mitigate most of their damage is through blocking. And so as long as you maintain this, you're good. Like you could actually not hit Ignore Pain and like you could live technically. I mean, your warrior, your healer's going to be stressed, but I think having 2 forms of active mitigation isn't terrible the way that it's done on warrior. So, yeah. You kind of macroed Shield Block and Ignore Pain together with Shield Block casting first. I guess that's not a terrible way to do it. I think there's a world though where you go to Shield Block, but you already are capped on Ignore Pain, and then you're kind of wasting the rage there. So if you're like trying to fully optimize your damage, I don't think that's a good thing, but I think that's a good place to start if you're struggling at like having, especially if you're like, if you don't like having additional keybinds. Macroing Spike is probably very good. Right now, I would say Demon Spikes is probably the only ability you'll macro into anything and you don't care because you're going to just have infinite uptime on it anyways, which that's what I was struggling with in the last key is I kept letting it fall off because I'm just not paying attention. But yeah, you can definitely macro Demon Spikes into like either like Fracture, Soul Cleave, like something you're probably hitting pretty often. I'm not Slosh is kind of hard. Yeah, having characters I'm not and then insert name. That's pretty good. It's actually very good. Solder's the same, no? You only cast the heal when a free cast anyways. Basically, yeah. I mean, I don't think paladins have 2 forms of mitigation like warriors do. But you could in theory macro solder into some other ability, but again, it depends on the person, right? Do I think it's the best thing to do? Probably not. But also, like, if you're someone who has carpal tunnel or you just, you're as most WoW players are getting older or just want to like simplify your keybinds, yeah, probably. Sha Warrior Arc, let's go. Yeah, I mean Warrior's cool. I think it is a little bit lower on the damage side, but I think it's pretty poppin'. Hey, you want to play DPS and tank in the same class? What's good? I mean, tuning's all over the place, and it's definitely going to change in the future. But I would say like, dude, I don't even know. I feel like all the good tanks have bad DPS options, and then all the bad tanks have good DPS options. Like DK is a good example. I feel like Blood's like a little bit underperforming, but Unholy is insane. Guardian Druid and Brewmaster are really good, but like Balance, Feral, and Windwalker are kind of like mid. Fury Warrior and Arms are real down bad, so I'd say maybe DH. I think DH is like the strongest in terms of like representation. Like I think Devour is doing pretty good numerically, and Vengeance is also really strong. I don't even know. I feel like Ret's not doing that hot, and Prop Paladin's definitely down bad, so that's definitely not the same one, but you definitely can do all three roles. But if you're looking just at DPS and you'll, I don't know, I think DK is probably a good option. It depends how much stock you put into current beta tuning, which I would not put a lot. There's literally 4 buttons. That's why here. Oh, your bars are empty on DH. Yeah, it's fucking insane. I feel like Warrior's not terrible. Dude, I want to be able to disable the spar while I'm mounted. That, dude, oh, be so good. I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer, by the way, but I'm going to just like do a couple of Algothar things. It's not very high keys, semi keys. I mean, then any tank. So it's like if you're looking for also a good DPS, I would say. Oh my god, I just like flew past that. That's crazy. Deep Wounds is kind of crazy, no? I'm going to probably let myself get hit here by these. Then as I dip below, I'm going to shield wall. I feel like as soon as I get deep wounds on everything, it like full heals me in a pull this big. It's kind of crazy. Fueled by Valence goes fucking hard. Yeah, Druids do insane damage right now. I would say like they're probably the top overall, but I don't think they're the top like single target specifically. We'll get this active, and then I'm going to demolish here, and then the circle's going to come out in a second. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you're looking for like the top damage tank, it's probably Druid right now overall. It's actually kind of wild. Very comfortable on Warrior. Not all tanks feel like this. Yeah. I think all of the good tanks can live forever in this pool in a 15. It's like mostly physical damage. The only thing you're dealing with is a double stack of the bleed on Vile Bite. If you can live the double Vile Bite, you're actually big vibing. And my damage isn't terrible. It's just like I think Warrior right now struggles with single target damage. Also, Proud damage isn't terrible. Vile Asher at 11%. Yeah, it's really not that bad. And I don't think I procced Battlescar Veteran at all either. Druid will get nerfed before raid release. Yeah, probably. It's just like it's just sucks that it revenges so much of my damage. Also, Tough as Nails is putting in work. Tough as Nails isn't this good over the course of an entire key, but when all you're doing is blocking.
It's like my Uncle Kagi once said, with great power comes great big booty bitches.
Yo, Hawken, thanks so much for the sub, dude. And subscribe for 10 months. That's wild. Hope you're having a good day. I just hope it doesn't get nerfed. Nowhere as OP as VDH has been for season. Are you talking about Warrior? Yeah. I think Warrior actually needs buffs. Like I like they're doing really well defensively, but I think they need buffs offensively across the board in AoE and in single target. I feel like a good tank right now at the end of that pull is high 200s. And Warrior ended at like 242. Oh, Druid, sorry. Yeah. Guardian, I don't know. I can suspect them nerf. I don't even know what they nerf about Guardian, like honestly. I don't have my UI set up for Guardian, but Guardian in that pull with pot, like, just does infinite damage. It's kind of crazy. Let's go 15 key and Algathar. Oh, I already have an Algathar. Get blessed. So we go Algathar here. So this is Master of Harmony. Master of Harmony is pretty busted in this dungeon, I think. I definitely slotted an 18. God damn it. What the shit? Oh, it's all right. I'm not probably going to even use the key. Want to make sure it's comparable, even though I think my Brewmaster could probably live for a long time at an 18 by itself, but boop. All right, let's do this. Didn't even realize it. Huh. Just infinitely gonna live here. At least I think I'm gonna infinitely live. We'll see if that ends up actually happening. Dude, Elixir of Determination kind of goes crazy. Or I'm not gonna infinitely live. Holy shit. Wait, I'm actually bad. 2 white celestial fusion so low. Oh, is Nizao actually like doing damage? So they finally fixed it? Yeah, that's actually that's kind of good. I don't know if I want actually reset really quick. It's wild because I've done this pull before without much sweat. Am I running something that's I should be or that I'm not? I guess I can go one anvil. Maybe I go vert. I don't know. Kind of wild, actually. Oop. Did you keg blackout breath palm so you get max damage out of it? How does that maximize damage? Why is that order different? Check Master for many talents. That doesn't answer my question. Oh, you're talking about balanced stratagem. There we go. Thank you. I'm not worried about like a small little 5% buff on one ability every couple of seconds. Like I don't think it ends up mattering, right? I think it's I mean I think it's equally important to get Breath of Fire active on targets, and then eventually it does come full circle anyways. So like maybe your opener could maybe be a little bit different, but I think falling into a rhythm is better. I don't think it ultimately matters. Like, and I'm not playing chi burst, so I think it'd be a little bit different if I was like playing chi burst and trying to like optimize that burst potential, but I'm not. You're a Worgen player. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Balance Regim's like, I think it's like a trap. I think it's a bait for players thinking that they're optimizing like something bigger. And it's like it's really just like not. It's like passive. It's a passive damage creature. It's gonna happen naturally. Now, like yeah, if you're optimizing for like PvP or if you're playing chi burst and trying to like really get a big burst window there, like maybe you would like have a different opener or a different like rotation. But I don't. I think in the grand scheme of things, like everything is getting buffed all the time. And as long as you're not hitting more than five physical abilities before hitting breath, then you're always getting like a similar damage gain, regardless. And there's not enough magical abilities in your kit to get you to have max fizz dam for like overwhelming force and stuff. So like ultimately, like I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, is what I'm trying to say. So how can I have the shield grow side right of health bar? I'm using an add-on called Midnight Simple Unit Frames. And if you're using this add-on and you go to bars and you scroll down and make sure you select player, you could technically also select shared, but you select player. And then there's a setting where you want the absorb bar anchoring. You want that to be on overflow. So when you have an absorb active, it goes past your health bar, as you can see here. You're a Worgen player. That's good. We love Worgen. Worgen are very cool. Oh snap! Does that add-on have HP coloring based on the HP you have? So like you're talking about how if you have full health, it's green. If you have like medium health, it's yellow, and if you're low health, it's red. I don't know. I'd have to look closer. So we finally getting a Brewmaster, a Brewmazer. Yeah. If they don't significantly nerf and or buff, if they don't nerf Brewmaster and if they don't over buff other tanks, yeah, it could be a Brewmaster season, but who knows? Would you mind checking? If it does, I'm switching. I could try. See, the thing is, like, I don't know if it would be in colors or if it would be in like bar options. Like I see gradient options for and power bars. I see the absorb. No, that's not possible. Or let's say kind of difficult to make myself. Oh yeah, what's up, dude? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that personally. Like I don't like colors changing that much. To me it's distracting, but sounds like some people would like it. Now say what without laughing? The add-on is called Midnight Simple Unit Frames, right? MSF, holy shit, MSUF. There we go. Words. Did you? Is it possible? Is it possible to have the health bar not show when you're mounted? Is that possible? It's like, dude, that would be so good. But wait a second, if there's not enough spell damage abilities, wouldn't you want to use the boost always for the highest hitter in that situation? E.g. Palm and single target and Keg and AoE? So, like, everything's always gaining 5% damage, right? That's what Stratagem does. It's a 5% healing amp. So, like, you can argue you would go, yeah, you could argue you'd go Keg Blackout, which would then amp the breath by 10%, and then your breath would amp your Tiger Palm by 5%. But the thing is in the rotation, and like on paper, sure, right? Sure, maybe that's a valid argument. Tiger Palm is your highest hitting damaging ability, even in AoE. Well, I guess not in this poll specifically, but like overall in a key, Tiger Palm is going to be your highest damage, so you'd want to amp that. But if you're trying to fully utilize Blackout combo, Counter Strike, and using Blackout Kick and Tiger Palm basically on cooldown to have the full damage amp, you're naturally going to fall in and out of rotation with resets based on the Apex talent. Does that make sense? Because Celestial Infusion is a global, and you want to then Blackout Kick, you'll eventually Keg, Blackout, Tiger Palm, Breath, and then you might Celestial Infusion, Keg, and then you have to Blackout Kick into Tiger Palm again. But the same can be said the other way around, is eventually you have to probably Keg into Breath because Blackout Kick is still on CD. And so you're always kind of going to have this like ebb and flow of like damage amps on your Tiger Palm and then not damage amps on your Tiger Palm. And it's not worth holding Blackout Kick to like try to maximize a 5% damage, because if you're waiting even one global, you're already hurting your Blackout Kick and Tiger Palm damage by 25%. And so it's going to naturally occur, and that kind of goes back to the whole like, does it really matter? Probably not, because it's going to happen naturally. You can load a condition. Dude, that would be, oh my god, that'd be life-saving. It'd just be nice to like not have it show when mounted, because everything else, like all the other add-ons that I use, aka just Arc UI, does. And so it's nice to have this go away when I'm like it's like, I don't know, it's just like annoying to have while dragon riding and stuff. So at some point you got to skip breath to keep up with the rotation. Yes, but then your next priority would then be casting breath. So it's basically either like Keg into combo or breath into combo, and then you go into Keg Smash. That was just something that you've been going through in your head. Yeah, no, and it's like it's a valid like theory crafting. Like, and it's like it's always good to have that conversation. Because like on paper, right, you'd be like, okay, if you want to try to maximize every little value, you look at what is the highest hitting damaging ability, and so that's the thing you'd want to amp. But like in practice, it doesn't really work because there's a priority list, especially in like a Master of Harmony build where you're trying to prio like Blackout Kick and a Tiger Palm on the 4-second count. You'll add it to the next update, dude. Oh my god. Also, I haven't looked, but do you have a Patreon set up? Because if you do, I will definitely throw some shekels your way on Patreon. You could try mouse over action setting, and I don't know if that interacts with MSUF. I'm not sure. Hey, Rad. What are you doing? What are you doing, little pupper? I guess I could try to show an example really quick in combat of what I was just talking about. I need my dog to chill for 10 minutes. You get food in 10 minutes, buddy. Not just PayPal and Kofi, LG need to. Yeah, set up a Patreon, because then I can just set up a sub. I don't really like using PayPal, personally. I'd rather just like pay through a Patreon. Yes, of course. Dog, lay on the bed for 10 minutes. There you go. All right, now lay down. Lay down. There you go. That's how you lay down. Good job. All right, so let me try to explain what I'm talking about. So, like, let's say in a world where we're Tiger Palming we're Tiger Palming first, it would be Keg Blackout Kick, Breath into Tiger Palm, and then you'd go Keg, Blackout Kick, Breath, Tiger Palm, Keg, Blackout Kick, Breath, Tiger Palm. But now we can't Keg, so we're gonna naturally want to hit our Celestial Infusion, which would then go, which would then have us probably Blackout King. I actually need to make sure I'm filling every global. I'm just gonna like wait for this shit to reset. I just amped the wrong thing. That's so dumb. Okay. So then we go Breath into Tiger Palm. And Keg, Blackout Kick, Breath, Tiger Palm. Eventually it gets to the point where we have to do something else. I don't remember when in the rotation that happens. It's not immediate. Like, you can definitely maintain this for a while, but then eventually you need to fill with additional globals, is what I'm trying to say. I know it happens later and down the road. It's also hard to, like, think through this. It's, like, hard to think through the rotation. It also doesn't help that I'm not able to purify because I'm not taking damage. Because I'd technically be also fishing for procs. Yeah, at some point, it's normally late because like you start with charges, you're getting resets. As long as you're getting good procs, it's fine. It's eventually there becomes a point, especially like with Exploding Keg and it like other on the global CDs you're using, it kind of offsets. And maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Like your first three is generally fine, right? Then I'm naturally just accidentally hitting fucking. Especially when you get out of energy. But like if I went to go hit like my cow right now, like I just wasted a global. I would have wanted that coming up earlier. So like it's probably when you're using like CDs, especially when you're like using Expel Harm and or Celestial Infusion in the rotation. Yeah, I've been playing Master of Harmony. I've been playing it religiously the last like couple days. I think it's a lot of fun right now. I also like it because the rotation is just straight. It's like more straightforward, and it's consistent. It's not relying on your Apex as much as Shadowpan is. Like Shadowpan is just like, let me just Gamba RNG procs. Your whole goal is just to, like, your goal is to just keg smash as often as possible. So you're like purifying as often as possible. You're hitting Celestial Infusion or Celestial Brew as often as possible. And you're running additional talents that give you reduction on your purifying brew, like High Tolerance and Anvil and Stave, and you're kind of ignoring things like Counter-Strike. And so like your build looks like a little bit something more like this in some cases. You might then you could drop Elixir if you're kind of with your survivability, but people have been kind of like sinking a lot into this kind of stuff. Finally got into dungeon in beta and your UI broke. Oh no. Are your like add-ons updated? And also like what really broke, I guess. Can you explain how and when to use Purifying Brew? Don't you want to use in Red Stagger, but also you don't want that? No, so Red Stagger is good. I think it's a common misconception is that Stagger, like High Stagger is bad. High Stagger is good. Stagger has this unique quality that it scales with key level you're in. So if you're in a +2, you're probably going to be sitting in Green Stagger, maybe Yellow every once in a while. But if you're in a +15 key, you're probably going to be in Red Stagger 50% of the time or 60% of the time or even more. And if you're doing even higher keys than that, like 19s or 20s, you're in Red Stagger always. The way that Stagger works is it's just the it just amplifies the dots tick. So you're going to be taking more damage over time, but that's naturally going to happen in high keys anyways. Now, the higher stagger you have, the more you'll purify. It's always 50%. Well, I guess not always. If you're playing Mantra of Purity, it's actually 60%. But basically, like, yes, you're going to be in Red Stagger, but then you're going to be able to drop more of that every time you cast Purifying Brew, and you're getting healing from the percentage that you purify with Gaiplun's Imperial Brew. So the more damage you take, the more you're going to heal for, like naturally. So the best time to purify It's actually kind of hard to tell. But honestly, you could probably purify just like on cooldown. I would say like roughly every 6 to 10 seconds, depending. You can just get in the habit of hitting it every 6 to 10 seconds. Now with the Apex talents, you're kind of incentivized to always purify as often as you possibly can because you're just always trying to fish for procs. Because the idea is that if you get a proc of your Apex, then it's going to give you a refresh on your Keg Smash, which then gives you cooldown reduction to get Purifying Brew back quicker. So the best rule is never sit on one charge. Always have one charge on cooldown. And I would recommend, like, if it glows, you can hit it. If you're, you know, if you, I don't know, just hit it, whatever. Yeah. So if you have stagger that's ticking, and you're not full health, yeah, purify. Now there are times where you might have red stagger or something like that, and you're at full health, and then it's like that's worth waiting. But oftentimes that doesn't really matter until you're in like the highest level of keys. I hope that helps. There's no like right or wrong answer when to purify. It kind of depends on the content you're doing, the environment you're in, what cooldowns you have available, like where you're at in the poll, talents you're running. Like there's a lot of like conditions. But basically never sit on 2 charges and you'll probably be fine. You can also like try to time it after large hits. Now this doesn't really matter in like in a dungeon pull, but it might matter on a boss fight where they hit you really hard and you instantly go up to red stagger. You really hope Brew's not going to get nerfed into the ground before the season starts. If you are a betting man, or if I was a betting man, I would probably put money on it getting nerfed. But I'm really hoping Copium or Hopium, whatever the term is, I'm hoping that they end up buffing other tanks up to where Brewmaster is and not the other way around. Is Bob and Weave still a preference pick, or is it pulled ahead of Black Axe Brew? So Bob and Weave, I think, is better defensively. Also, you're not required to. Energy isn't a resource anymore for Brewmaster. Your Apex talent kind of removes energy from ever being a thing. And like Black Ox Brew previously has been a way to instantly reset your CD, which Celestial Brew and Celestial Infusion before were really good. Purifying Brew also was giving you stomp damage, and it was also giving you healing. And the energy reset is also really good and allows you to maintain your rotation. Black Ox Brew obviously doesn't matter anymore because of our Apex. It just doesn't, especially because most of our healing is coming from additional sources or other sources that isn't Celestial Infusion or Celestial Brew. We always have Purifying Brew charges. We're playing CDR talents, and energy doesn't exist. So Black Ox Brew kind of doesn't really matter anymore. Wasn't the big thing for Black Ox Brew to get 100% energy for more Flurry Strikes? Yeah, that too. Yeah, so all of the things were beneficial defensively and offensively, and now it's like it's so niche that you're actually going to be able to use it, and it's going to be good. But I will say this, the Apex talent also gives you additional cooldown reduction on Black Ox Brew, so you can use it more often. And so you can be really aggressive with Tiger Palms. You can be aggressive with like just Keg Smashes in general. And it allows you to fish more for your Apex. So there's a nice feedback loop with Black Ox Brew, but you're not getting as much benefit from it anymore. So Bob and Weave is, long story short, Bob and Weave is better defensively. Black Ox Brew has lost value. It's still good offensively, but not that great. Is it weird to say that I love that I play Brew in Midnight? Also, I like your vibe and love watching your content. No, that's not weird. I'm glad you play Brewmaster, and I'm glad you enjoy the content. It makes my day. So yeah, Black Ox Brew I would say is really good if you're playing Shadowpan still. It's not that good though if you're playing Master of Harmony. I think you just straight up commit to the Bob and Weave. Now you could play it. Bob and Weave also has like idiot protection, I guess. Because your stagger's being stretched out over an extra 5 seconds, you're gonna get more value from Gaiplin's Imperial Brew. Because you have like a wider time frame to purify and have maximum healing from it. But also that's such a small thing that it actually doesn't matter. Yeah, one of us. Yeah, W Brewmaster players. Everyone who plays Brew is insane. Insanely smart and good looking. Rod, why are you shaking? My dog is like just fucking shaking, dude. I don't know what's going on. He's like scared. You're a tank for years swapping between Warrior and Brew. I really like the Brew and Beta. Yeah, Brew is awesome. Thanks for that job, but yeah, never used Black Expert for energy. Yeah, if you never used it for energy, you weren't optimizing optimizing Black Ox Brew. Like there were very specific, like there was ways to optimize Black Ox Brew on live back when, obviously, like throughout the War Within, not counting pre-patch, where you wanted to meet the conditions of Celestial Infusion or Brew is on cooldown, you were out of Purifying Brew charges, and you were out of energy. And like that was like a very hard checklist to hit, but there was a way to hit it and hit it consistently. And so then once you hit those conditions and all those conditions were met, then you would Black Expert and reset, and you would like fully optimize your energy. Like you needed less than 25 energy, basically. Like you wanted to be in a position where you couldn't even Tiger Palm, and then you would reset your energy, you would reset your brews, and you'd reset Celestial Infusion. I know when I first used Black Ox Brew and Master of Harmony, I was disappointed it only gave one charge of Celestial Brew, not two. It used to give two. Like early on in beta, when they were doing hero talent adjustments and stuff, Master of Harmony actually got a full reset on everything, and that was insane. And then they eventually nerfed it. It obviously would have been really strong if it gave two back, but yeah. Do you like the trinkets for Midnight? Not really. And that's not a bad thing. I just don't think the trinkets are valuable, and this is often the case in Season 1. Generally, I feel like Season 1 trinkets are really lackluster. They're normally just stat sticks. They're normally like not really notable, like absorbs. They don't really interact with your class all that well. I would say generally, it's not that I'm disappointed in them. They're just like, it's exactly what I expect from a Season 1 trinket pool. Most of the trinkets are like, haste stat stick, crit stat stick, verse stat stick, small absorb from this shield, small proc from like absorb for this shield, a ramping main stat buff. Like they're just, it's so predictable. And then also, yeah, we're coming out of a season where there were like insane trinkets like Brand of Ceaseless Ire, Tome of Light's Devotion, the projector trinket from Nexus King. I don't remember what that's called. It does like crazy big damage. Ringing Ritual Mud, Sephorian Pacemaker, like those were like really cool trinkets, I think. And then this season, it's just like not great. What I liked about Sephorian Pacemaker, like on a random side tangent, is that the proc was extremely predictable. And so you were always getting it on a 1 minute interval or a 1 minute interval, and it lasts up to 30 seconds. So it lined up really nicely with some classes. I would say like most of the trinkets from the season are really boring. I don't think it's required to raid until they do trinket tuning. I feel like trinket tuning normally happens in like the last week. So I'm expecting to see some trinket changes soon. Not like reworks or anything, but like just buffs. But yeah, I don't know. There's like not really that many good trinkets from the raid. There's like a couple of them. You know, the Eternal Egg's not bad. I've heard the Plume's actually pretty decent. Also, why is it not showing the tooltips? That's weird that the tooltips aren't showing up. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like an average season. Kira made a tier list for tanks trinkets. Yeah, dude, that guy's doing content daily, man. See, the thing is, like, I've been around the block a few times, and I feel like they normally do heavy tuning. So I try not to do like tier lists. One, I really hate talking about tier lists. And then I try the trinket situation. I normally wait until like the season is coming out and we've seen the tuning, because there are some trinkets that I feel like are kind of under-tuned right now. And you know what's crazy? Like, think back to Season 3 of The War Within. They buffed Brand of Ceaseless Ire after it was already broken. Like, it was so good on beta or PTR, and then they buffed it by like 18% or something like crazy, or like 80%. I don't remember the number. It had an 8 in it, pretty sure. They still need to piss off the DPS trinket tank tax. I think it was always an interesting decision to be like, I want to, as a tank, I want to do big dam, and I'm going to sacrifice stats or utility to do big damage with a trinket. I think the 30% is too much. I wish it was just like either no tax or maybe if it was like a 10% or something like that. But I think tanks should be allowed to run DPS rings and just do big damn. Usually I play what you like, but not part of the group or Mythic Plus pug groups. So we'll always go with tier lists. Yeah. Yeah, tier lists are powerful. They have weight to them. People put too much stock into it, but all right. Anyways, I gotta go eat dinner and walk my dog and stuff. So this is gonna be a shorter stream today. I apologize for that, but I'm gonna try to stream a night this next week, and if I don't stream beta, I'm for sure gonna stream next weekend for early access and stuff. So, what's up, Javier? Sorry, you just got here. I'm like about to end stream. Was I saying out of Shannon? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I always I enjoy streaming a lot. I enjoy kind of just getting to yap and nerd out and embarrass myself on stream. It's good. Season 1 tends to be the most vanilla. Yeah, normally they iterate on like the trinkets and how valuable they are and how they interact with your class like as the season progresses. Same with tier sets. Tier sets are the same way, right? Tier sets start really boring and bland. It's like a small damage increase here, a small buff to this thing, and then they start to cook. Anyways, I will end YouTube stream first. Have a good night, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all of you.